Hello, faithful friend. I'm so glad that you're here today. Today's journal entry will be entry 21 and 22. We will get to work on that beautiful lace. That's one page that I've been so excited about there on the right hand side. Join me as I work through finding just the right pieces to go on these pages. Is it the boys? That's what you've got on, isn't it? Part of the fun process of journaling is looking through all the things that you have collected over a time, all the special little things that you've put in your bowl, or as I keep some of my items in a little desk drawer that goes to this desk that I create at. But in my upstairs studio, I do have like a bigger bowl, and I've used a box before to keep all my different little swatches in. The looking through, the sorting, and finding that perfect placement is part of the beautiful process of journaling. If you have a harder time making decisions when it comes to journaling, you may want to limit your supplies and your swatches that you lay out whenever it is time for you to create the background of your journal page. I usually do not have too hard of a time making a decision about what to include in pieces that I'm working on. As you find it fitting that you know that you found the pieces for your particular page, it's a good time to go ahead and start gluing them in place. You can use Mod Podge, a glue stick, or many forms of other glue. I just choose to use the Mod Podge while I work. This page will include a book page, which is what I am putting into place right now, and then a stamp and a piece of material that's blue and white, as well as a piece of orange material that will go at the top of this page. The orange piece of material is not really my favorite, but it is something that has always kind of brought subtle color to things that I will be working on. One of the main reasons that I do not like it is typically the glue shows through the material. The stamp that will be included in this page is a Continental Army. There are two of them for US 10 cents, and it appears to be that the letter that was mailed came from St. Louis, Missouri, and it was sent in the PM on June 2nd, 1977. If you remember, in the beginning of this series, I went through the blue envelope that had the stamps in it. And I don't remember if I covered in that video or not exactly where those stamps came from, but even if I did, I'm going to tell you again just in case someone missed that segment. It was a blue envelope of stamps that when my mother was moving from my childhood home, she brought several things to me that she thought that I would want, and that was one of them. But they were not stamps that she collected. They were ones that a friend of hers had collected through the years. Him and his wife had collected them, and he knew that I was into stamps, and so he sent those home with Mother. Although I was extremely excited about working on this piece of lace, it did kind of become a little heavy and flimsy, like heavy top. Just if you work with lace as a page, keep that in mind. But also the Mod Podge leaks through, so you've got to be careful and get that cleared up and dried, or your page will stick to the page behind it. Not only do I want to share helpful art tips with you, but I also want to share words of encouragement that will help you grow in your life spiritually, mentally, and more self-aware, to help you grow deeper in your walk, so therefore you can shine your light of influence. So I want to share a few things that the Lord put on my heart this week, a few words that I shared. I actually shared them as posts on my Facebook. But the first one I wrote was, it's important to keep those in our life that know us to the core. The ones who know if we really are okay. The ones who might not have all the answers, but the answers to, I'm here. The ones who cheer us in the right direction, because one day we may need to do the same for them. Then the next one is, don't be the person who doesn't pay attention, causing the people behind you to miss their opportunity. Keep your head up. We need you brighter, stronger, aware. And then the last one was, No matter how many people pass you by, try the harder things in life. Someone commented on one of them and said, "Oh boy, you're on fire, Ashley." I would have to agree that yes, I am. I'm on fire for the Lord to help you be able to grow and think about those things around you a little different so you can spark your light inside of you. Therefore, you can make a difference in the lives of those around you. It takes us being intentional to listen for his voice, and intentional to pay attention to our surroundings, and intentional to listen to what he is saying to us. Therefore, we can shine our light and make that difference for others. I think it's so easy for us to walk day by day, step by step, and not even think about going a little deeper with our thoughts or thinking about those around us. We get caught in the everyday, the routine, doing the same old thing, the same old cycle, and he calls us to look and pay attention to those around us. My hope is you feel a little more inspired today to show up in what it is that you're working towards. Think about that little thought more that you have deep within your heart that you want to take action on. Start by looking at those things around you. If you are still here this far in the video, bless you, and I appreciate you. I know that you are a dedicated person to following along the journal process and seeing what's going to be said and how well things are going creating, and hopefully you are being inspired. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm glad that you're here. My name is Ashley Murphy. I am a mixed media artist with a life-giving message of you were made to shine. If you have not done so already, please subscribe to my channel so you do not miss the rest of this art journal series. Before you leave today, tell me a couple of things. The first thing, tell me if you do journaling like this, where do you keep your scrap papers? Do you keep them in a bowl or a box or some other container? 2, tell me something fun that you did this week. And 3, what's something intentional that you thought about this week? What is something intentional that you took action to make a difference in someone else's life? Put those answers in the comments below. You're amazing, you are loved, you are his. Remember to be you, be inspired, be light. I'll see you next time.